Welcome to my web tutorial on proper WordPress setup. What we're going to be doing today is setting up WordPress the right way. My name is Mark Swist. I am a degreed electrical engineer and I've been doing web design for over 10 plus years. I've always kept current with the latest and greatest web standards, all the way from HTML all the way to what we're doing now, which is HTML5. And what we're going to be doing today is going over hosting setup, file downloads, server and database setup, installation and plugins, comment setup, spam protection, social media sharing, and SEO, search engine optimization. What we're going to do is pre-wire a blog for search engine optimization, but actually how to post and how to post for search engine optimization will be on the next video. So let's jump straight to it. Okay, the first thing that we want to do is, let's go to Google here. We need to download WordPress. And the latest WordPress is WordPress 3.3.1. You just type in WordPress here. We can come here to this section and we can download WordPress. You just click here to download and download here. And I've already got mine downloaded. It's right here. It's not that big, but a lot of things we're going to do today is kind of like one of those cooking shows where, hey, you put it in the oven, bam, it's done. We're going to do that for the sake of time. We want to do this in the shortest amount of time as possible. So let's go to WordPress. Okay, once you download your WordPress, you need to go get your hosting. Okay, one thing that you have to consider is where do you want to host your blog. I am a big proponent on doing it the right way. Do not host it on WordPress.com, Tumblr, or any of these other blogs. You want a self-hosted blog. That way, for the future, everything will be right, from search engine optimization, the right server setups. You just want to make sure that everything you do is future oriented, and so everything we're doing today will be setting up your blog for now and for the future. So when you go the first thing you need to do is get a host. You need to get a web host. You got GoDaddy 1-in-1, you got Bluehost. They got plenty of them out there. There's a lot of rinky-dinky ones, but I like to stick with the big boys. The big boys that charge you, hey, $3-4 a month, and but you're going to get the business servers, you're going to get better bandwidth, and you're going to get a web host that's going to be here for a while. So I trust in a lot of big ones. One of my favorite ones is 1-in-1. Actually, I have so many websites on 1-in-1. I'm a big proponent of 1-in-1, and actually you can click the link down below here in the blog, and it'll take you to the right page with the discount or whatever. But okay, what you want to do is, see, 1-in-1, you want to make sure that you get a Linux hosting server. Okay, WordPress is built on Linux. 70% of the internet is built on Linux hosting servers. Whether you're using Joomla, WordPress, or any of these other open source content management systems, make sure you get a Linux hosting server. As you see here, I think I clicked that. Let's just go here. Okay. As you see, it's $3.49 a month for the first 12 months and $6.99 after that. You're getting pretty much everything you need. You can get the starter package, but the better deal I see is the 1-in-1 Unlimited. Okay, so once you get your domain, it comes here, as you see, included domains here. It has an included one domain, so I would definitely get this one. So here we go. So once you come in, you're going to go to admin.1in1.com, and then you'll log in. As you see, it's markswist.com. I'm already going here. Okay, what you want to do is set up a MySQL database. So once you set up a MySQL database, you go here to MySQL administration. Now, if you're actually using Bluehost, you use your website.com and then cPanel. If you're familiar with that, I'll tell you some tricks that you're going to have to do if you're using cPanel. But most of us, whether you got 1-in-1, GoDaddy, all these other big providers, you're going to do something similar to what we're doing today. So what you want to do is create a new database. This is a MySQL database 5.0 or better, which is the latest, which is what the latest WordPress is built on. So let's go to the new database here, and let's go ahead and get our blog set up. What we're doing is setting up our connection to our database, and you'll see what we're doing here in a minute. Okay, description of the database, let's say Mark Swiss example, and then put in your password of example 1. Alright, then we're going to set up. Alright, now once we do this, it's going to give us our database settings, and the database will be ready to be set up. Let's let this load, and in the meantime we're going to come here and we're going to go into our downloaded WordPress here. Here's our downloaded WordPress file. I've already unzipped it. I just clicked on this zip file here, and I've already unzipped it. Alright, now this is key here. This is what we want to do, and I see our MySQL database setup is already ready. So you want to take this wp-config-sample. You want to rename it to where it says wp-config. Alright, now you want to open this in your text editor. If you're using Windows, it's Notepad, whatever. Okay, now all you have to do is replace these settings here. The database name. That's the database name. We're going to put the database name, just put in between these quotes, MySQL database username. Here's the username. Bam. Database password was example1, and the host name. Okay, now this is where I was telling you guys earlier, if you're using Bluehost or any of these other web hosts that uses a cPanel, localhost, you will keep it as localhost, okay? But with 1&1 and GoDaddy and the rest of the big ones, they have an actual domain for the host name. So now we're just going to save this. Alright, once we save this, we can exit out of there. Okay, the next thing to do is highlight everything inside of the WordPress folder. Do not, and I repeat, do not zip this folder. Make sure you go inside, you select everything, and you right click and you compress everything inside of here. Alright, once we got our compressed file here, we're going to go back to our 1&1. We're going to go, and I'm going to put mine in a folder to give you an example. You can put in the root, but here's Web Space Explorer. You'll see something like this with any of the other bigger domain hosts as well. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to create a new folder. In my example, and we're going to call it blog2. Alright, and we're going to just hit OK here, and I've already set it up, so there we go. Now once we go inside of it, what we want to do is we want to upload that zip file that we just zipped inside of this folder, or it'll be on the root directory if you're doing your website on your root directory. Okay, here. So you just choose your file. We're going to choose that archive that we did, which is fine, and ours is already done. Okay, here. After that, we're going to unzip it inside of the folder. Here. And we're going to unzip it inside of blog2. We're going to do an example. Say OK. Alright. And once this is done, it doesn't take long at all. Alright. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to actually go to it. It's going to be markswist.com/blog2. That's all we got to do. Everything is okay. The site title is going to be blog example. The username, keep it admin. Password example1, and you got to type it in twice. Example1. You can put any password that you want. The email we're going to do is we're going to say at example.com. Let's go ahead and do yahoo.com. Okay. Allow my site to appear. This is okay. We're going to install WordPress, and that's it for the WordPress installation part. Okay, so now what we're going to do is properly set this up now. Okay, we're going here, example 1. It should be okay. Okay, now what we want to do is go ahead and install our theme. The first thing you want to do is get a theme. Don't worry about trying to code your own WordPress. We're not worrying about that. As an engineer, we're taught to do things efficiently. Efficiently, we're going to use a really good template, because a template has they have a great foundation from custom CSS styles, and they have actual custom plugins and things that really help your blog experience. So, and from that framework, you can build it and design it and to however else that you want your blog to be. So let me give an example. So we got Woo themes here. You can go look at see, you can get a web store. It's plug and chug. As soon as you actually come do this, as soon as you upload this theme, you'll have a fully functional store integrated with credit card payment, everything. Theme forest here, you see you got a bunch of themes here. There's $35 for a lot of these themes. So go ahead and just buy you a theme for 35 bucks. Woo Woo themes is a little bit more expensive. I think it's 70 bucks, but it's better to go ahead and do that. So once we do that, the next thing we're going to do is install the theme. So we're going to appearance here. Alright, from appearance we're going to install our theme that we get. We're going to upload it. Click this upload button. Let's go ahead and choose the file. I have it here on Notebook. I have it under retreat, and here is a zip file that I zipped here, and we're just going to install it. You'll get your files from your template provider, and let's see here, this should be done in a quick second. Alright, let's go ahead and activate the theme now. Bam. Alright, and now we have custom settings. You see we have our own settings with the theme. There's a lot of, and the reason why I like Woo themes, it comes with this framework 4, and it already has search engine optimization settings. So when we come to the plugins that we're going to be doing in a second, you won't have to do the all-in-one, but I actually do recommend all-in-one. It's been around for a long time, and it's a very trusted plugin. But okay, here, let's go here to let's go ahead and view the blog here. Let's just go to, let me open a new tab by just holding Control or Command and clicking. As you see, we're already set up. We can go ahead and change the logo, whatever here. But let's go ahead and get our settings right. The main thing here is getting the server settings right. Now, if you're worrying about the folders inside of your one-in-one, if you're looking for security in your folders, you want to make sure that your folders are 755. You see here, this is 755, and your files are 644. That is a great security setting. Okay. Also, next, what we're going to do is set up the right plugin so that we can go and get our WordPress started. So let's go to plugins here. Sorry, we're going to go ahead and give the blog. So we're going to name the blog whatever it is, and we're going to come back in the next video. We're going to show you how to search engine optimize this, because this should be search engine optimized. But let's just call it blog example tagline. You want to go ahead and change this. You also want to change to your time zone. We're in Americas here, so it should be Chicago. What we're in. Where's Chicago? There we go. The date is fine. Alright, save changes. That's fine. Okay, the next thing you want to do is set up your writing. This is because we also want to be able to post from a mobile device or any other type of third-party device. Make sure that you check this setting, and otherwise you won't be able to do that. And we're also going to need ping service, but we're going to do that a little later. Okay. Alright, once we save that, that is okay. Now we're going to go get the right plugins, and I want you to do this in this exact order. We need this AKISMET. I don't know how to pronounce this right. This AKISMET, but let's go ahead and activate it. What you're going to do is go ahead and get you a AKISMET whatever key. You just enter your key. I have one already. You just go to Google. We're going to type in AKISMET here. You just go here, get started, and here just sign up for it's free. It's 100% free. You can take this down to 0 and just do it. But I already have a key, so let me go ahead and give my key settings here. We'll just paste my key that I already have in there, so we'll show you it working. Okay, back to our blog. Okay, we'll put our key in here, and then we're going to update options. Alright, everything's fine there. Okay, once we do that, we want to get our comment system right. By default, comments use the WordPress comments. What I like to use is Digdig. Digdig is a very trusted comment system. It's used all throughout the web. If you look on any of your favorite blogs, you'll look up top, it'll probably say Digdig. There's a majority, I don't know the exact number, but a majority of the blogs do use Digdig. And what we got here is Digdig. We're going to add, once you go, it's spelled DISQUS. Just search it in Google, it'll come up. Just go ahead and make you an account, it's free. Go to settings here, you want to add a new site. Let me see, markswist.com/blog2, site name, blog example 22. There we go, that's fine. I'm going to go to continue. Alright, we have an AKISMET code. I don't know why I don't know how to say that word. Alright, we're going to just copy that code in here. Bam. And we're going to just enable them all. The tweets, replies. My tweet is at MASwist. And there we go. Everything else is fine. Alright, continue. And we're ready to go. Okay, now what we want to do is in our blog, we're going to go to add new plugin here. And we're going to search for Discuss. It'll be the first result more than likely here. Discuss comment system. We're going to install now. Just click there, activate the plugin. Bam. Now we're going to configure the plugin. Let's log in with my Discuss. If I can remember this. Alright, that's right. Just select blog to example. Next. And everything else is ready. Alright, so we can actually go back to it and you'll see the settings and any type of comment system. As you see now, if you click on actual post here, that it'll use the Discuss comment system here. Bam, there it goes. See the Discuss comment system. Alright, this is using my avatar here because I did a gravatar. You want to make sure that you do a gravatar. It's very important. The gravatar email address that you use have to be the exact name of your admin or one of your users here. If you go to users, the email here needs to be the exact same as your gravatar. So let's go ahead and go to gravatar and set up your gravatar. I already have mine set up. I can log in, whatever, but you want to log in. Bam. See, MASwist, you can change your gravatar. It's used all throughout the internet. It's very important. Go ahead and set your gravatar up. Okay, once we set our gravatar up, that's fine. That's for our settings here, for our writing. Let's see, maybe it's under reading or discuss. Actually, I'm sorry, it's under discussion. And these are your avatar. You want to use what gravatar here. Show avatars here, and then click Save Changes. So that's fine. Or if you right now, if they don't have a gravatar, it'll be a mystery man. You can change it to any of these. But WordPress by default uses gravatar. So go ahead and set up your gravatar, and that way you can upload your picture. That'll be fine. Okay, the next thing that we want to do is get our search engine optimization stuff right. So we want to search for a plugin called All-in-One. Let's go ahead and add a new plugin. It's called All-in-One SEO. It's very popular. I definitely recommend doing the pro version, but whether here nor there, it's okay. We're going to go and activate that plugin. Woo Themes, like I said, it already comes in. It already has a search engine optimization setting already. So, but I do like using All-in-One because it's what I'm used to when I'm setting up all my blogs. Okay, the next thing that we want to set up is Digdig. Digdig is for social sharing. So we're going to type in dig. Okay. This is so we can have retweets, we can have the tweet counts, everything with that. We're going to install that plugin for it has an extensive list of all the latest social networks, and you'll see that here. Digdig, we have it here, and we also got a new bar here based on the new plugin. So we go ahead, let's go to the blog. As you see here, we don't have any social media sharing, but once we go and activate Digdig, which is what we did, let's actually refresh this. By default, I think it's already set up. See, there we go. We have this on the side. I don't really like mine on the side here. I like mine above the post, and it also puts the retweet count, the number of shares from LinkedIn, Facebook. It's countless others. Let's go to Digdig. Let's look at the settings for the floating display. I'm not a fan of it. So a lot of people are. Let me go ahead and take off the floating display. The normal display is where it shows in a blog. Let's go ahead and enable the normal display. We'll go ahead and save those changes. And then we will say, I like the smaller buttons, and I like it before the content. Twitter, we'll use Twitter. I don't use buffer. Let's see. Facebook, like, we're going to put it before the content. Google +1 before content, and LinkedIn for content, and I like my button small, and as you see, that's fine. And here I like the compact version. Okay, let's save the changes, and you'll see here now that as we refresh it, we have the tweet counts, Facebook likes, and it'll actually give you a number. Also with Google Plus and the LinkedIn shares, it'll also give you a number as well. You can configure those settings later. The main thing is we have a proper WordPress setup. Okay, the next thing that we want to set up is a feed burner. Feed burner is very important because as we click on everything that has all these subscribe buttons all throughout WordPress, like let's go ahead and click inside it, we can actually, with this theme that has a subscribe up top, as you see it looks like this, but what we want to do is get a feed burner, and let's go ahead and get that plug-in. Let's add new. That way we can set up our feed so people can subscribe to our blog. We're going to type that in, and we're going to search for that plug-in. Alright, we're going to install that here, and then we'll activate that plug-in, and we'll have new settings for feed burner in our settings. Now we have feed burner, we have the all-in-one, we have feed burner, and let's see, then we also want to do a Google sitemap XML. This is for search engine optimization. We want to do Google sitemap XML. This is very important for search engine optimization. It tells the search engines, not just Google, all of them, the different different structures of your website. So we're going to activate that plugin. The next one that we want to do is a social metric. Now this is a new one. It actually recently came out, and I think it's very important, and I'll show you why. Let's go and put it in. It's called social metrics here. It's very important because we always want to focus on social media sharing. The main thing is to drive content to the website, and we're going to do a lot of that with a lot of our with all of our social networks. Let's go and install that here, and you'll see the new setting here. Let's go ahead and activate that plugin. Here, now you see the social metric plugin, and every blog that we do, we'll be able to see the entire accounts for everything. We can actually tweet it right now. Once you go into your settings, you'll set up your usernames with all these, and you can tweet everything from right here. You can get an active count of all the retweets, all the Facebook likes of a certain post, all this. So it's very important so you can manage your posts to make sure that what you're doing is very effective. Okay. And one of the last things we want to do in search engine optimization is go to settings here and then permalinks. What this is going to give your site structure, the actual URL, something that's very good for search engines. Let me go just type in this. It's going to be %category %, and then you're also going to do the post name. So let's go ahead and save these changes, and you'll see that here, hello world. Now as you click it, it has the category and then the actual post title, and this is very good for search engine optimization. Before it was just numbers, random numbers that WordPress generated. So that's pretty much it for the initial setup of WordPress. The next video we're going to talk about is going to be about posts and actually using keyword research to actually help you with your posts, so that way we can drive traffic based on keyword settings and the number of keywords that are typed in Google or Yahoo to help you gain more visitors to your site. So as you see, everything is properly set up. From here is just basic setting up of your theme. Here you have your theme settings. I'm going here to retreat. Let's go ahead and give the header. We can change the logo. We can say, hey, let's use the blog title. Let's go ahead and save these settings to show you. So it's now going to use the blog title. Now if I refresh, as blog example, etc. You can put on your own custom logo. You can just upload it. All these are, and that's what you get from pre-designed themes. And you know, we got the shortening services like tinyurl and bit.ly, different styling options. You got different settings here that you won't have if you do everything yourself. So that's why I always recommend getting a very good theme, and from there then you can swag it out however you want to swag it. So let's go ahead and conclude our video. Thank you, and please comment.